What's going on everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are trying the new Jingle Bell after the buff and you are gonna see that she is way better than before. But before we jump into that, look at that. This is the skip feature we have today thanks to the previous update we had this Thursday, and look at the hell of it. This is so perfect. Now we are not forced to use multi-battles to farm our faction abyss or that consent. So I can just basically check the checkbox and then do my battles like this, and I'm saving all my multi-battles to farm the Dwarven Ruins only today. And this is so great. I love that so much. And if you check, you have the same in the faction abyss as I said, and so I wasn't able to farm that stage efficiently before because I had some lose, okay? But now I can just skip the fight until I get my victories. And look at that, there is one victory, another one. If I click again, maybe I'm gonna have a defeat. I'm gonna click again and again until I used all my tokens to enter the faction abyss, and so I won't waste any multi-battles at all, and I do freaking love that. So before we talk about Jingle Bell, I have to talk about Aptoide quickly. My promo code AhkTaar is active again between March 15th and March 22nd, so if you are planning to buy stuff in game, make sure that you are using my promo code. You are gonna get 5% extra cashback. So for example, if you want to buy a pack that costs 93 euros, without my promo code you are gonna get around 15 euros in cashback, but if you are using my promo code you are gonna get 19 euros and a bit more in fact. So it's always better to use my promo code, and thank you to everyone that is using my promo code during the week. It's a kind of way to support my channel. Thank you so much. So on the basic attack, she is gonna summon her passive extra attack. So let's check that. Basic attack, I'm gonna lower the speed and one attack, okay? And look at that, AoE attack after that on every single target basic attack. This is way better than before. It's gonna help a lot to clear waves in dungeons such as the Faction Abyss, for example the Tower of Mark if you have her. Even if you don't have any exclusive at all, it's really cool. And in PvP as well, because once you use the ultimate and the first active skill, she was doing bad damage only on single target using the basic attack, and now it's gonna be better than that. Passive skill, now she is immune to Imprison as well. So we are gonna check if it does work the same way as the Silence, the Shackle debuff of Dawn or Rebellion, in which case it's gonna mean that you are gonna need to have more speed on the target to counter that effect at the beginning of the wave. As you can see, she has the Shackle debuff because she is slower than Dawn or Rebellion in front, 2233, and she has just a bit less. So in the future I'm gonna increase her speed, and so she's gonna be able to play even if there is a Donald Rebellion in front. And Lydia has, yeah, she has one more time less speed than my Jingle Bell, so it's not a relevant test. I'm gonna use the yellow egg just in case because I won't be able to use her skills. And that was a basic attack, pretty nice. I have a Sun Wukong in front, so it's pretty nice so far. Taking a lot of damage. I lost my hero, so no, it will never work. So let's try versus that team and hope that Lydia is faster than my Jingle Bell. So let's check. And one more time, she is slower. Everybody is playing a super slow Lydia. So I'm just gonna do that in auto. I'm not getting imprisoned. And now I can open with the red egg, and so she's gonna have way more damage. And look at that, I killed someone, and so she was able to get a second turn and use the first active skill, dealing crazy damage to enemies. This is the buff. This is crazy, the power it adds to your team. But you have to pay attention to the Shackle debuff of Dawn or Rebellion, so you are gonna need to have a lot of speed on her if you want to avoid being controlled and have a defeat. Okay, let's go, let's try there. That guy has a lot of speed normally on Lydia. Yeah, 2300, so that Lydia is faster than my Jingle Bell. So let's check if it does apply the imprisoned or not. And no, she is immune to the imprisoned debuff. So why is she immune to the imprisoned but not the shackle? I don't get it. But doesn't matter, we are just gonna try to beat the team. And as I said before, I can open with the red egg because she is not imprisoned, and so now I am gonna be able to increase her turn meter and damage and give her an extra turn when she is gonna kill someone in front. It happened, she can reuse one skill and now everybody's dead. So when you check her kit with the exclusive 3 at the beginning of the wave, she is gonna get Christmas Rock and Roll, and with her passive, if we read that, we are gonna see that when she has a Christmas Rock and Roll, she is immune to Imprison, Silence, Horrify and Provoke. So normally she should be immune to both Silence and Imprison at the beginning, no matter the speed of the target and her own speed. But there is a difference between Lydia and Donald. Lydia acts one turn to apply the imprison when she is exclusive 3, so she needs to take a turn. So you don't have the imprison at the beginning of the wave. And when you have a look to Donald, Rebelli on the exclusive level 3 inflicts Shackled on the same target for one turn each time duel is inflicted, and you inflict duel on the enemy with the highest attack at the beginning of the wave. So directly at the start of the fight you have the Shackle debuff, and this is the tiny difference we have between the imprison and the Shackle debuff, the silence of Donald Rebelli. So in my opinion it should be still immune to the shackle because both are at the beginning of the wave, so I don't get it neither. But it's probably intended that Donald Rebelli applies the shackle on her if he has more speed. I don't get it, but it is working this way, so we have to be careful. If he has a bit more speed than your Jingle Bell, it's not gonna work. So in that case, it's better, in my opinion, to use your Melchior because he will all the time be immune to the silence debuff. So I'm gonna open with that skill, and on Esther, I don't want to open with the red egg that time, but with the blue egg. And I can run the fight in auto. I'm not gonna be silenced by Donald. I don't need to have more speed than him on my Melchior. But I'm getting in prison, and this is why Esther was really strong before. Because you needed to cleanse the in prison. But maybe you can now play Jingle Bell with another hero, someone different than Esther, because you don't need to cleanse the in prison anymore, and this is great for Jingle Bell. So you can have basically two great teams and use some teams that can increase your turn meta even if you are facing a Lydia in front using Jingle Bell. Then the exclusive level 1, allies with Ensemble can trigger pursue and attack multiple times after self turns, granting Jingle Bell's surprising gift a snowball. So normally that's a way for her to obtain her unique buffs faster during the battle, so we are gonna check that. So this is the team I'm gonna try. I'm gonna be able to cleanse the imprison thanks to Pauline, I'm gonna reduce their turn meta, and my Pedostin should play before them, and so I'm gonna have a pursuit, and we are gonna see if she gets more layers faster. So now I have the ensemble on my Lydia. This is the guitar you can see there. I have it on my Pauline too. So I'm gonna lower their turn meta, remove some buffs. I'm gonna pursue him, and look at that, she gets a lot of buffs on herself. So when she's gonna act, normally she should deal more damage than usual, so let's try that. But that time I don't have Esther, I don't have defense down on them or tenacity down. Yes, I have on some of them, but I wasn't able to reduce their resistance before using my popper. And I don't have Esther or Jack and Roll to increase her damage, so maybe it's not gonna be enough. And she was able to kill someone, the damage were pretty nice in fact. So let's remove some buffs. Hope I can survive. Yeah, she's dead. She's dead. So that buff is cool, but it depends on the team you are going to use because it's still hard to play her with your Ben Austin. So be careful if you are planning to use her in a tanky team. And finally, the last buff she had on the exclusive level 2. Allies can still gain Ensemble even if other allies have Ensemble. Yeah, that's it. All allies will get Ensemble after their first turn each wave. nesting until the wave transition, so at least it was better. I mean, if you are playing in PvE such as the Faction Abyss, for example, she is gonna get her burst faster, and so she's gonna destroy waves, so it's gonna be way easier. For example, on Growlin, it's also gonna matter a lot, so you are gonna have your damage maximum to the maximum way faster than before. And then the summoned snowballs also deal 30% of the original snowball damage to enemies other than the main target. So in my opinion, that is the game changer thing on her gameplay in PvP, because now she is immune to the imprison. And so if you are using the right team and if you have more speed than the download rebellies in front, then you can be sure that she is just gonna be insane and destroy everybody in front of you if you have enough stats on her. Then the other stuff, she's getting some buffs faster on her own, so she's gonna have her max potential faster during the battle thanks to these two exclusives, and passively she's gonna deal more damage to enemies. And on the basic attack, use the extra attack on everyone. So now the basic attack is really cool, but you need to do it proactively. It's not gonna work with pursuits or counter attacks. Tomorrow as well, I'm gonna try Valentina because I am lacking 25 shots in order to get the exclusive 4, and this is what does matter, to lower the attack of enemies by an extra 40% with her own unique debuff. And so I want to try that tomorrow after the reset of the Elemental City. I'm gonna do that and then I'm gonna try her correctly. But let me try Growlin now with my Growlin Jingle Bell team. So this is the team, and before I was able to clear the content in 150 turns. So let's see if it does make something different or not. So that was the ultimate. But she didn't have many gifts on her yet. And look at the damage she is doing. This is just completely crazy. I was ending that wave in 27 turns before, and now on turn 20 turns, it's over. And now the second wave. Yeah, look at that, 31 turns and already on the boss wave. She became amazing after the buff in terms of damage, and this is crazy. This is just crazy, I have no other word. And the two ads are almost done. Okay, only the boss remains. 60 turns. Okay, no, not a lot of damage on the ultimate, but look at that. This is the skill you want to use more often with her. And she is still getting more damage. Thank you, Esther, for reviving my heroes. Yeah, 50% HP remaining on the boss. Yeah, that's crazy, look at that. The boss is almost dead, 121 turns. And less than 2 minutes. There we go, it's over. 1 minute 55 and 130 turns. And I got a legendary piece of gear. And what do... Okay, this is really bad. So let's check the clearance lineup. 130, this is the one I just did. And 120 with that guy playing on the beta server. Pretty cool, and he has less exclusives than I, but probably more auras, more blessings, and this is what does matter today in terms of damage, I mean. So that was all for that video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have her exclusive 0, 1 or 2, tell me if she is doing the job after the buff she had. Wish you have a nice day and see you in the next one. Bye bye.